I want to talk to someone today who's in the middle of the battle. You may feel like you're drowning and barely above water and you're swimming as hard as you can, or you're in that marathon and it feels like it's all uphill and people are passing you on the left, passing you on the right. This one's for you today in your cup of inspiration. Sometimes it feels like we can hardly make it, doesn't it? Something hits us from one side, then something else hits us from the other. And maybe you feel like that today. Well, I've got a word for you from the Lord, and it's found in Revelations. I was reading it the other day, and it just kind of hit me how encouraging and important this was for somebody to hear. Because it tells us in the 14th chapter of Revelations, in the 12th verse, it says the calls for patient endurance on the part of the saints. We're enduring. God knows we're enduring, but he wants us to patiently endure, because it says that we are to obey God's commands and remain faithful. So if we will patiently endure, we'll obey his commands and remain faithful. Part of those obeying his commands is to do what he tells us to do. As long as you're moving forward, trusting God, even though you feel people passing on the left, passing on the right, like you can't take another step, I promise you God's there with his power and strength to help you do that. And his promise is found in the next verse, which to me was so encouraging, that their deeds will follow them. So even though you're enduring, even though you feel like you don't think you can make it, as you keep doing what God asks you to, as you rely on his strength, your good deeds will follow you. You will be rewarded for what you're going through right now. You may think you're all alone. God sees every bit of it. He will reward you for your efforts. So trust in that today. Know that someday you will see the reward for all that you're going through. And God will honor you and say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thanks for joining me for that cup of inspiration. Have a wonderful day.